What's up, everyone? It's Cameron, and I'm back. Playing Dundalk. Game is about to start. 3,
It is
2,
Daniel
1.
Kelly against Cameron Cole. Dundalk against Finn Harps. And I think it's fair to say that Daniel Kelly hasn't had too bad a start. A draw with Darren Cole and then a win against Waterford. And here comes Kelly as himself, cutting along the end line, tries to get a cross away, but it's blocked. Neat play, but then lost again by Finn Harps. Dundalk in behind here. Patrick Hooban, surely that's a penalty. Eric Finn, professional FIFA player, what do you think?
Absolutely, 100% penalty. And that's what I was talking about in a previous game, where these radical things kind of happen and then no penalty is given. Crazy to my eyes, but who am I?
Well, you know what? This is exactly the same as the real world. They have all the technology and sometimes they still can't get it right. Here's Sean Gannon up against Russell. Gannon keeps it going. One of the best crossers in the league at the moment. Gannon, well, that's just really letting me down, Sean, after I called you one of the best crossers and you put in a ball like that. By the way, all of the funds raised for or through what we're doing goes to Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, and you can donate by going to idonate/Extratime.ie esports cup. A win tonight wouldn't put either of these players through for certain, but it would certainly maybe give them a foot in the semi-final. We know one thing for sure, Darren Cole won't be there. The Cork City man has lost twice on consecutive nights, rather heavily, to Waterford and UCD/Shells. Here's Gannon on the ball an awful lot, slips it down the line to Patrick McElhenney. Patrick McElhenney wins the corner. It's good play by Daniel Kelly. He's really pressurising Finn Harps. Duffy's corner. Up in the air it goes. Sean Hoare is chasing after it, but he's well beaten to it there by Cogler. Cogler turns and looks for options and just pumps it long. Again, it is the virtual world copying the real world. Finn Harps, well, they do what they need to do, and last year it worked. They stayed up at the expense of Drogheda, whom they beat over 2 legs in a playoff. Daniel Kelly as himself inside the box. Daniel Kelly! Oh, that's a poor finish. He'll be disappointed with himself, and I'm sure Daniel, while sitting there playing as himself, is blaming his virtual self.
Bit of a tongue twister.
A little bit. Have you ever created your own identity for FIFA, Eric? Have you ever played as yourself?
You can create your own player, but it's not as fun. You see, there's a certain game mode on FIFA called Ultimate Team where you make the best teams possible with, say, the best players in the world, and it doesn't allow you to create your own player. But if that were the case, I would definitely make my own player and play as him quite often.
Sean Hoare to Hooban. Hooban shows way too much of that, and McNamee gets it out the wing. It's a good run. Connolly gives it away. This is really poor stuff from Cameron Cole, who's spent a few years in the States before coming to Finn Harps, the 24-year-old. A striker by trade. Plays it down the line. Finn Harps trying to get in behind, and they can't. McElhenney teasing McNamee. Out wide it goes from Duffy. Shields. Smith goes out wide, but he overcooks that, and it's a throw into Finn Harps. What happens when a player overcooks a pass like that? Do they just hit a power button and leave it on too long, or how does that work, Eric?
Yeah, pretty much. If you leave your finger on it, say the pass button is A on Xbox or X on PlayStation. If you just hold it for too long, chances are it's going to be over powerful and either go out or...
Oh, here's Patrick Hooban in at an angle. Oh, he's offside, and he's desperately frustrated. You can see that.
Yeah, so if you overcook the ball, it's going to be an either hard ball to take under the cusp, or it's going to be obviously go wayward like it did previously.
A draw wouldn't necessarily do much for either of these two.
I think if Darren Kelly won this game, he would go top of the table for the time being with 7 points.
Kelly's cross, it's an awkward bouncing one, but it's well saved by McGinley, who used to keep goal for the Donegal Gaelic footballers. Shields won the ball back so well there. Hooban, inside it goes. Mikey Duffy, back to Hooban! Straight at the goalkeeper. And how and what should he have done there with that shot, Daniel Kelly?
He probably should have took a touch, I'd imagine, just as he did lay it off. He'd done perfect, laid it off. Great passing inside the box. But I think one more touch may have just composed this player a slight bit more and given him a little bit of more time to think about where to put the ball rather than the keeper's bullet.
I'm through.
Here's the Delap attack. Can Cameron get one on the break?
No!
Delap! Just wide. Not a bad attempt though from Cameron Sall.
No, very nicely played. Just a straight run, straight down, counter attack. No messing about. Extremely direct, which I'm impressed with. Unlucky to not get the goal, but I think as the stamina bar went down, the longer that he did sprint at him, so I think that probably played a part in why the goal did go wayward.
Yeah, well, Delap would by and large be a midfielder / full-back, so not surprised he didn't show a striker's finish. McElhenney can find the net, didn't on that particular occasion.
I think even if he kicked that ball, it probably could have went in or even beat the goalkeeper, regardless if it goes by the post. But how he actually got it straight at the goalkeeper there with, 5 yards? That's pretty amazing, to say the least.
Here comes Daniel Kelly as himself. Daniel Kelly has options in the box. Has he put too much on that one? He has. He was looking for Duffy and it went behind him. Duffy keeps it alive. Duffy down towards the end line. Duffy pulls it back. That was a really good block. I think it's Delap who did his defensive duties there. Now it's Patrick McElhenney. Patrick McElhenney gets crowded out and maybe he should have passed or shot. McNamee sends it down to Cameron Sall, who sees himself dispossessed. Gannon. McNamee muscles him off it. Gannon's going to get this one back. A little bit wild there, I think, on Cameron Sall, but did what he needed to do in the end. Gannon, Shields, McElhenney, Hooban. Smith! Oh, that's poor. It's a really poor shooting from Daniel Kelly. What does he need to do to improve that pressing button-wise?
He seems to be shooting every shot so far has kind of been first time. And I think he just needs to take an extra touch and he'll find himself scoring.
Oh, they're in behind. It's trickling towards the line, but Sam Todd rescues that one. And again, Dundalk butchered a chance. Well, it hasn't been for the want of chances, has it? Daniel Kelly and Dundalk should be leading here. Delap,
half-time.
Clumsy, but actually the referee is blowing the whistle for half-time and not what I thought was a free. 0-0 at the break, and I think it's fair to say Cameron Sall will be the happier of the two.
Yeah, so I'd imagine with Dundalk...
In the sense that what I mean there is in the sense that he is still level even though he's been completely dominated.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. But I'd imagine if he's under an enormous amount of pressure at the moment at the back, there's only a certain amount of time you can do that without conceding. So he really needs to start getting himself moving forward, but kind of trying to, his link-up play is, as you can just see there, isn't the greatest at the moment. So I'd love to see him try to, pass the ball around a tiny bit more, and maybe he could even pull out a goal. But I guess we'll find out very soon.
We thank you for your support, by the way, and all the funds that you're giving to Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. You can do that, as in you can give them funds through iDonate/Extratime.ie esports cup. We really appreciate your support, and they really appreciate your support. Rodgers picks out Gannon. Gannon to Kelly. What can Daniel do here himself? Support is coming, and he wins a corner. Clever play by Daniel Kelly. Duffy to take it. Duffy hangs it up in the sky. Hooban goes for it, doesn't get to it, and it's just smack clear towards Saul, but he's not getting anywhere near that. Daniel Kelly must be thinking, how in the hell did he not beat Darren O'Connor when everyone else has? Shields. Duffy, the shot comes, it's a good save again by McGinley. Well, many of the writers and contributors for Extra Time work for... Oh, ball slipped in behind for Hooban, who can't keep his shot on target. I was just about to say, Eric, many of the Extra Time contributors work in the regional media, be it radio or local papers. They're going through a particularly hard time, more layoffs today as we speak, and we wish you all well. We stand with you, we support you, and we hope that everyone bounces back soon. This thing that's going on at the moment is affecting everyone, and the reason we're doing this tournament is to raise funds, but also to try and raise a smile and have a bit of crack. And Eric, I'm sure it's the same with the e-game in community. You are a community, you do enjoy each other's company. It's not just about the games, it's about the company and the friends and the relationships that you make. McNamee is coming forward. McNamee has to shoot. McNamee has to get a shot away and didn't. He hesitated there. That was poor play from Cameron Saul.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, he was in a good position to kind of try and get a side of goal, but unfortunately, he was left short at the end. And as you were talking about just there about a community in esports, like if it wasn't for this current crisis that we're going through, I'd be in London at the Premier League version of football. But unfortunately, here we are. But at the same time, I'm happy.
It's a block down, and luckily it falls to the keeper, McGinley.
I'm happy to be here and raising funds for such a great cause in Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, and we're only a little bit through the first games of each group, so a lot of more exciting times to come.
Kelly, straight at the keeper, should have done better. Yeah, I echo your thoughts, Eric. It's nice to help out and do something. Hooban, dispossess. You don't see that often in the real world. Over the top it goes. Cameron Saul. Can Cameron Saul get in behind here? He needs to maybe up the pace a bit. Andy Boyle gets back. What should Cameron have done there? Is there any way he could have got away from Andy Boyle?
I think the only thing, he could have used his body a bit better and try and hold up the play and let somebody else come into the action, as it didn't look like he had the legs on his opponent. But unfortunately, it kind of got loose from him. But I must say, 20 minutes to go, and Finn Harps do have a real chance here.
They've stolen possession. Cogler muscled off it by Chris Shields, who looks so wiry. He looks like a featherweight, but he takes on people like a heavyweight. And here he is again. Massey. Might find its way to Duffy. Duffy's got Hooban inside. He's got more support coming as well. He actually goes back outside, and the shot is blocked. That was a really good block. I have to say, as this has gone on, I've got more into the actual commentary and the actual games itself. I keep forgetting I'm not looking at a real match. How into it do people get, Eric? I mean, is there verbals when you're playing against other players in like that Premier League competition and tournament?
I remember my first event was in Romania, and I remember being nearly appalled at the sort of language and behaviour from players. But as any sport is, and unfortunately it's not a physical sport, I understand that, but to be on the same level as nearly darts or something of the sort. Some of the language and some of the things that were done, breaking in monitors, had to break up fights, like it's very seriously taken.
You computer game nerds fighting, that I'd love to see. Good save by the goalkeeper again. McGinley has kept Finn Harps in it at times. And Dundalk have come at them in waves, but Finn Harps have stayed strong. And here's Saul now. Can he learn from the last time he broke away like this? Can he even get a shot away? Saul's in 1-1. Yeah! Saul! They may well have stolen it!
And it's me!
Cameron Saul as himself makes it Finn Harps 1, Dundalk 0.
I'm sitting here with my mouth open. I'm very surprised at what just happened. But as I said earlier, with 20 minutes to go, it was anybody's game. And you can just see, there is 9 minutes left to go, so who knows what the final whistle could blow. But 1-0 to Finn Harps, and Cameron Saul as himself scores as himself, so it's always nice to see that.
A potential disaster for Daniel Kelly. A draw would have been really disappointing considering how much he's dominated, but he may now come away with absolutely nothing. Cameron Saul, remember, coming into tonight's match, had only played one and lost that. Now, he was unlucky, but he will perhaps feel that the win is merited or deserved through karma. Maybe not in this game itself, but his performance the last day merited something, but he got nothing. Sloggett is on, the man with the best hair in the league. It slipped forward to Hooban. Hooban gives it away. McElhenney is chasing after it, but the Finn Harps defence stays strong. Sidekey just kind of holds him off. Cameron Saul just needs to hang on here. I wonder, will he just play long balls down the park? Eric, is that what he should do? Is Dundalk gather it back? There surely must be one more chance. Chris Shields, who always stays cool under pressure, and Lord knows he's been in pressure situations with Dundalk. He's hacked it ground and it's a free kick now. How often in FIFA do we see free kicks scored directly?
They're extremely
we won't
difficult.
see one now because Hooban has squared it. Will they get a shot away? They do! And McGinley saves again. Well, I'm not sure if Cameron Saul is controlling McGinley, but if he is, he's played incredibly well. Here's Sean Murray, formerly of Watford. It's the equaliser. McElhenney gets another goal for Dundalk in the Extratime.ie esports cup. It's another big one. He would have been desperately disappointed to lose this one. Cameron Saul must have thought he was on for the win, but Dundalk have got the equaliser, and maybe there's time for a winner, because here comes Sean
No,
Gannon,
and he's through.
slips it inside. Hooban, the man you'd want on it, gives
You're
it
lying.
to
This
Mikey
game's rubbish.
Duffy,
This
who
game's
makes
rubbish.
it Dundalk 2.
This game
Finn
is rubbish.
Harps 1.
He just
and
scored
you
again.
cannot say that Daniel Kelly doesn't deserve it.
Oh my
I
lord!
didn't realise Duffy had
What
a ball
is going
patch, by
on?
the way.
He does now. He does after watching his team go 1-0 down. Oh my god! What
I can't even deal with
2-1,
FIFA
what a finish.
anymore. I'm done.
91st
It's finished. I'm not playing.
2-1. Dundalk are back in the game, and now they do top the table in Group 1.
In every sense, a great finish. Is there time for Finn Harps? Saul gives it away. I think that's it. We're now over the injury time. Cameron Saul desperately looking for the equaliser. Hard done by the last time. I don't think you can say he was this time, but there's one last chance. Oh, Cameron Saul as himself shoots straight at Gary Rogers. This has been the game of the tournament so far,
That's
and
crazy.
Dundalk are really deserving winners. Talk me through that winner, because that looked to me like it was really skillfully taken by Daniel Kelly, and how he controlled things with the pad.
Yeah, definitely. Like to see, to have the vision to see across the goal, and the know-how, the hand-eye coordination to get it off in such a tight moment within a tight game. It's not an easy thing to do. I know it seems easy because we're here looking. We saw the pass available, but you know, in the moment, you're kind of looking to try and score. You don't see the pass maybe sometimes, and he did, and he pulled off a great goal in the end to make it 2-1. And I can't believe Cameron Saul there at the end. That would have been in the 94th minute, 2 minutes after stoppage time. That would have been a crazy, crazy equaliser if it was the case.
Well, he took the lead, I think, in the 81st minute. Dundalk then scored 2 goals between then and the end, and Cameron Saul did have that chance in the end. So what does that mean for the table? Well, it means that Dundalk, through Daniel Kelly, have played 3 games, and they're on 7 points. Jace Kabaya is on 6 points because he and UCD, as he's playing as, won tonight. Cork look like, they're not going to progress because they're only on 1 point after 3 games. And Finn Harps, despite the fact that Cameron Saul played some good stuff so far, he's still on nothing after 2 games. So he desperately needs to win his remaining matches. Dundalk in a really good possession. Daniel Kelly pulling this one out of the fire. An exciting finish. Eric Finn, for now, thank you very much. We will be back soon with more from the Extratime.ie esports cup, and let's hope it continues as it has been played tonight between Dundalk and Finn Harps. A fantastic display from Daniel Kelly and Cameron Saul. For now, though, it is goodbye. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you're taking care of your family, and I hope you are self-isolating and doing everything the government is asking us to do, and everything your community is asking you to do, because we need to come through this together. And football will help us. Sport will help us. Take care. Goodbye.
On my left foot, I get in front of goal, the last kick of the game, and I miss. Nah, it's done. Safe, innit?